guys, welcome back to my channel. I kind of want to just record this just so I have it for myself to look back on for me and my family, and also just to kind of share it with my friends and family, close friends and family. So basically this is about my youngest, Lily, who is 3 years old. She's gonna be 4 this July. Ever since being potty trained, she's kind of had no issues with potty training. She hasn't had a lot of issues peeing her pants. She dealt with it pretty well. But I'd say ever since like February, March time, she has been peeing her pants excessively, peeing excessively, drinking excessively, just the list goes on. And she throws up a lot and like a good amount, and we've kind of always thought like, oh, Lily's just a puker. Like that was our thought process. But if I'm being honest, like it's been a little more worrisome recently. Like she pukes a lot. Her energy levels have just seemed a lot lower. She just wants to lay around and like watch a movie or a show. She doesn't want to like play as much. And then obviously the peeing the pants and everything that's been going on. So about a week and a half ago, she had what we thought was like a virus. She was throwing up for like 5 days straight. Couldn't get her to stop. And we were just like, what's going on? Like we had no idea. We thought it was a virus because she did have like a fever 1 or 2 days. So this could be completely unrelated to what's going on now. But we thought like maybe it was related. It would be really weird. It would be like she was completely fine, and then all of a sudden she's throwing up again, and then completely fine and throwing up again. It just kept happening, and we were like, this is just weird. It doesn't seem like a virus. So we finally took her in to emergency, but emergency actually sent us up to like pediatric after hours, which I guess it kind of was like an urgent care. So we took her there. The only thing that they really did was do a urine sample, and through the urine they didn't really see anything. They said she was slightly dehydrated, which is obvious when you're throwing up a lot, but they didn't really see anything else that was worrisome. And at that point they were like worried about diabetes because of us telling them that she excessively drinks and pees and just all that was going on. And so after that we took her to her pediatrician, and she sent her for some blood work. So I then a couple days later took her to get her blood work, and I guess that came back that she was hypoglycemic. So hypo, not hyper. There is a difference. One, I think, is that your body has too much sugar, and one is that you have low blood sugar. Very confusing, because on a low blood sugar diet, you actually, like, you would think, oh, there's not enough sugar in my blood, but it's actually like so you would think I need to be eating sugar, but it's not. Like when you have low blood sugar, you actually need to eat a very high protein diet and not have a lot of sugar. So that's kind of what they've told Lily, like she needs to be on a low sugar diet, which has been very, very confusing to us, because if you know me, like ever since having kids, I've been very like conscientious, is that the right word? Hypersensitive, whatever you want to call it, to what I put in my kids' bodies. They don't ever really drink juice. They drink water. I've never let them have pop. They don't eat much candy, like for Halloween and all these things. Like they'll get it, but like it's very like you get a piece every whatever. Like they don't eat sugary things that often. Like I actually try to buy like healthier things for them, and so it's been very confusing. It's not even like I'm giving my kids like enormous amounts of sugar or anything, so it makes it very confusing. But yeah, that's what's been going on with that. So basically because we found out she's hypoglycemic, they told us you need to go see an endocrinologist. So we made an appointment with endo, but can't get in there until June 30th, which is, I mean, it's the beginning of May. So that's like almost 2 months away. So that's been very, very frustrating. I've tried calling others and can't get in any sooner, or can't even get through at all. So I called a children's hospital today, and I tried to get talk to a nurse, and he basically told me, you know, if she's sleeping or excessively like tired, if she's breathing really heavily or excessively vomiting, then you need to bring her in like immediately. And I'm like, okay, well, she was just excessively vomiting. And he's like, all right, well, if that happens again, then I guess bring her in. And I'm like, okay. He's like, but you can't wait till June 30th. Like, this needs to be seen now. Like, this needs to be like a very soon thing. If you can't get her in somewhere in the next 1 to 2 weeks, then she needs to be brought to the hospital. So that's kind of where we're at now. I'm trying to talk to my husband because I can't get her in anywhere sooner. So it's kind of like, do we take her tonight? Do we take her this week? Like, I've just been praying like for God to give us wisdom and help us to know like what is the right decision to do, because it's been very, very stressful. I cannot tell you, like, when you're dealing with something with your kid, how stressful it is. Like, you literally feel so helpless. So helpless. Like, you're the person that's supposed to make things better. You're the person that's supposed to not heal them, but like, give them the medicine, give them the things that's going to make them get better and be that source of comfort. And it's honestly like, I feel so helpless. Like, every time she's peeing her pants or she's, throwing up, all these things that have been going on, it's like, I don't know how to help it. Like, I literally am like, I don't know what to do. And it's just so stressful. Like, I have been totally like denying myself of like everything, like hanging out with friends, doing things, going to church, like just because I'm so like stressed out about what's going on and trying to understand like what's going on with my baby, like what's going on. Like, I don't know, and no one seems to have the answers right now. But like, I'm sick, otherwise I would be dropping everything and taking her to the doctor right now, but I literally feel terrible. You can't tell my voice. So we're kind of like, I'm going to try and rest the rest of today. I'm going to try and do what I can to make myself better, because I can't help her if I ultimately am not good. And so, yeah, but I just want to be documenting this, like I said, for myself, and also just so I have it for anybody in the future, whatever we find out, wherever this goes, like, so that we can kind of just have like a track record of what's gone on. Yeah, so stay along for the ride. I mean, we'll take all the prayers and everything that we can get, but next up is hopefully going to be taking her somewhere, getting her in, to figure out something that's going on. I'm kind of at the point that if they tell me, it's not diabetes, then it's like, then you're gonna tell me something. Like, my daughter's peeing her pants all the time. She's drinking and peeing and all these things all the time. Like, something is going on. And I've heard the word diabetes from like so many different doctors. Everywhere that she's gone, everything that we've heard, they say it sounds like diabetes, sounds like diabetes. And it's like, that is so stressful as a mom of a 3-year-old to hear that, like, that your 3-year-old might have diabetes. Like, she might need insulin for the rest of her life. I don't know. It's very, very stressful. So I don't know, but we will see what happens moving forward. I know that ultimately we have a God that loves us and protects us, and he sees what's going on. And I just have to trust him that at the end of the day, like, he knew this was going to happen, and he knows the whole story. He can see it, and he has her best interest in store, whatever that is. So we just trust him, and yeah, so we'll take all the prayers that we can get at this moment, and just for wisdom and for doctors to just like know what to do and what's going to happen from here. So yeah, we will be in touch.